Value what is valuable for you. People, relationships, things, experiences. You never know when or how long it will last. You cannot take it for granted. Nothing lasts forever. Whatever is valuable for you, whatever it means in terms of valuable. Sometimes we have difficult experiences, but they're valuable. They may be difficult because there is something to learn. Even when there is distance, or there is workload, or there is lack of something, learn the lesson and value what is valuable for you. I remember Mamiji used to say that money is Lakshmi Mata, Goddess Lakshmi. Even if you see a small coin, you put it on your head because it is Lakshmi Mata. Value what is valuable for you. Quantity does not matter. This leads to a sense of devotion and gratitude. When you don't have a sense of devotion and gratitude or when you lose sense of gratitude and devotion because it's in plenty, you won't even know when it is taken away from you. And then you can whine and complain all you want. You don't just get it like that. Whatever you have, if you have a relationship you value it. How do you value it? Well, only you know how to value what is valuable for you. However it is, you would know. Before we eat food, we say our gratitude. Let's call it grace or Brahmarpanam. It is for us. We say it not for God. We say it for us because we are grateful for this food and we're consuming it out of love and happily. Big difference when something is received and consumed happily and with gratitude and lovingly. And the way is being in the present moment. When I'm fully here and now in the present moment, I will value the present moment. There is a story. There was this person traveling and he went to, it was a sarang, it was a resting spot, not quite a hotel back in the day. And the keeper of the place introduced himself. He says, anything you need, let me know. I'm here for you. This passenger, this passerby, was treated like a king. He was amazed. He felt so special. While he was here, another person came in, and that person was also treated so special by the keeper of this place. Now he felt like, oh, this means I'm not so special anymore. How come somebody else is also receiving the same treatment? What happened? And the keeper said, no, sir. Whoever comes through, my job is to treat them special. You came, I treated you in a special way. Now the another person has come, I'm treated that person in a special way. Whoever will come through the doors of this place, I will treat that person special. Switching gears to another story, another life lesson. Phyllis was in her 90s, traveling around the world, mostly by herself, living by herself, taking care of mostly by herself. Above all, giving seminars, talks, training program, all by herself. Morning to night, from the time she woke up till the time she went to bed. There was something very special about it. I will say that a little bit later. So people would often ask her, Phyllis, what is it that you are doing? What is your secret? That at this age, despite your frail structure, she had numerous health related issues. Example, she was allergic to a lot of things, including MSG. She could not take any medication, including pain medication. And she had to get her dental work done. And she even had to take care of various things like fractures. I had seen in front of my eyes, she had one of her small toes got fractured and how she handled it. Obviously, she was in pain, but a day or two later, she had to give a training program in New Jersey. She gave the full day training program and the day after, the entire weekend, while she was suffering with this pain. People, young people like us who were attending, felt tired or sleepy at times, but not her. Phyllis said her secret is very simple. I ask my high C, what do you want me to do right now? And then whatever comes, I just do it. Now, one may say, okay, she has her inner guidance, and we don't. And Phyllis would say, well, not all the time. I do get inner guidance. She said, sometime it would be a knock at the door. It would be a phone call. It would be something that will come to my mind. Oh, I'm supposed to do this task. It could be mundane. It could be important. It could be trivial. Did not matter. It could be, oh, I need to prepare my supper. Oh, I'm supposed to write this email. Or just a phone call would come from someone who needed help, and High C just used her in that manner to be available for someone else for some support. So here comes this wisdom of being in the present moment, staying in the present moment as much as possible. And the idea we have heard, doing your best, it is not forceful. It means just doing what you know, putting things in place, valuing things that are valuable for you. And how would you interact with those valuable things? How would you spend time with your loved one when a loved one would come? I remember in California when we were visiting her, she had two cats, and beautiful cats, I believe Siberian cats. Sometime one or both of the cats would just come by her and she would just pet them, even in the middle of the conversation. She's like, oh. And then she would always lovingly mention, oh, I love my cats. She was being in the present moment, not being disrespectful that we are having a conversation. But hey, the cats have come in the middle, and she would just pet them for a moment or two, and the cats would go away. And those interruptions were very beautiful, so to speak. Being in the present moment. It is not a showy life. It is not a ostentatious life. It is a very deliberate life. It may appear simple to some people, or it may appear exotic to some other people. Well, that would be people's perspective if you were to look at Phyllis's daily life. And she was very quick at saying no too. If she did not want to give her time to something or someone, she would be very quick and clear about saying no to. The point being, you're not a slave to whatever comes in front of you. Just because a food item is in front of you, you don't start eating it just because you have a doorbell or a phone call. You make that decision. Do you value this at this time or don't? For example, there could be some food item, you do value it, but you don't want to eat it at this time. You wait until you get hungry for it. Because when you get hungry for it, you value it. When you're not hungry for it, you don't value it. So it's all demand and supply in some way. Then what are you saying while you are fully living, being in the present moment? You are a living example of I love me and I love you. What is you is whatever you value. Most importantly, you're valuing being in the present moment. You're valuing the present moment because that's really all we have. And that's all we can live. And that's all we will ever have. And that's all we ever did have. Even the difficult or the bad experiences, instead of ruminating, thinking about them, and feeling badly about those negative or difficult experiences, the idea is to gather what are the lessons? What am I supposed to learn? Learn the lessons. The moment, Phyllis would say, you learn the lessons, those negative, bad experiences would go away. There are always some people who would say, well, I have learned my lesson, I think, but that whatever it is, doesn't seem to go away. Why? She said, well, there is something called karma. You just have to expend your karma. That's something you cannot avoid. And karma is unexplainable. Whatever you're supposed to go through, you're supposed to go through. Okay, there is a reason beyond all reasons. There is an understanding beyond all understanding. It is what it is. Being in the present moment, driven by love. That's it. That's everything.